Did you want to speak more to that about the not just the broad support, but why the voice particularly is the first step, and why it's important in the sequence?
Because somebody has to take charge of the Makarrata and the truth, and they go together. So if we don't have the voice, who will do that? So you don't need a constitutional, you don't need to change the constitution. You can set up a Makarrata tomorrow with looking at how we're going to negotiate some kind of settlement. You can do that tomorrow, but it doesn't have any power, and the government, there'll be a change of government, and that's gone. And who will set this up? The government of the day, the agency, what is it? The National Indigenous Agency. It's just another name for the Department of Aboriginal Affairs, or before that, the Department of Native Welfare. Will they set it up? Who will do this? We want to do it. We want to work out its role and function, so we can manage the business of the voice, and also setting up Makarrata and going to treaty, or having the. We want to head up the conversation. Not the government's going to go around and say you, not you, and you. That's what's been happening since the first boats, really. So that's why we have to have the voice to manage and be in control. So we can practice real self-determination, and this time we will have some authority, the authority and power, sharing power with the Parliament of the day, not usurping it, because there's such a thing as parliamentary sovereignty. That can't be questioned in it. And that's a lot of our mob are getting a bit cranky with the use of the word advisory. Well, it can't be anything else. But not advisory in the same way, because that's when I know why they're saying that, because you get they don't have to listen to you at all. But once it's in the Constitution, they are duty bound by their law to listen to us. And we're going to sit back and say and wait for them to ask us. Of course we aren't. We're going to say, these are our issues, these are our priorities, this is what needs to happen now, and so on and so forth. So it won't be operating in the same way as people, and I know why, they say, no, that's nothing. If it's an advisory, they won't do it. Of course they're going to talk. That's the whole point of putting it in the Constitution. They are forced to listen to us, forced to include us, no longer relying on the goodwill. There have been some advantages and gains, but only through our own activism, so, but now we won't have to wait to be invited, and we will be there at the beginning and the end of every decision and all of the policies that affect us. So gone are the days of the nation state sitting at our kitchen table with their legs under the table, interfering and intruding into all aspects of our lives. Those days are now over. So that's the answer to that one. We need the authority that we'll get from the Constitution to have our own voice, so we can then do the next bit